Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface, joined once again with Jane Theory.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Despite the show.
It makes one of us.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, lovely having you. Always lovely having you. But my God, this show is just Jesus.
It keeps getting worse somehow.
You know when you're watching cringe,
Mm-hmm.
and I've watched a lot of cringe, and I'm even thinking I may have gone a bit far in a few places.
Oh, yeah.
Because this, I mean, I just don't want to I just don't want to do this. No.
I spent most of the episode just wondering why.
Tell
Why
me
are you doing
why.
this?
Ain't nothing like a joke.
Ugh.
And as you know, I spent most of the episode bent over a toilet vomiting.
Yeah. This didn't help you too much.
Because of my jippy tummy.
Aww.
And this didn't help me one bit. Oh, this, I mean, is this 3 episodes of She-Hulk? I haven't laughed once, and I'm being genuine. I'm not even like trying not to laugh.
Yeah, same. I felt nothing really watching it. I couldn't understand what they were going for.
Nope.
Except man hating again.
Lots of man hating and lots of what appear to be self-referential. We know this is shit.
It did. But it also trashed other characters. Like, I don't know what Wong was doing.
Wong was being, I mean, I'm trying to find the legitimate correct word to use here.
Right.
Because Wong was a prop in essence, just a prop.
But without any personality.
With no humor, no personality. And I don't know if a book of Ashanti business is going to be in another episode, but it wasn't in this one.
No, he was just being weird.
But I imagine Wong's going to come back as a client.
Yeah.
Soon because he did a naughty.
He did. We'll get into why she wouldn't have warned him about that, but
yes. As a lawyer, oh fuck it, let's just get into this crap.
They keep getting the lawyering wrong. Yeah. Among other things.
When you spend time with people like Nick Ricada, who are lawyers, like actual lawyers, and then you watch a lawyer show and you just like, you ever think maybe to actually get some lawyers to tell you
anything
stuff?
Yeah.
Because this is the self-confessed, we don't know how to write law, so we just essentially made this, what was meant to be a series arc of Emil Blonsky, a 2-episode arc, if you can call that, and pretty much gone.
Yeah. They prepared us, though. They told us they didn't know what they were doing, so
that's not what we should be prepared for.
That doesn't make it better.
Oh, before you watch, we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Heads up.
I now know, after struggling for 2 episodes, I now know what her assistant is.
What? Because I don't.
Her assistant is a woman who has been teleported from the 1980s who appears in rom-coms as the friend.
Yeah.
And then she just says the lines while being dressed in 1980s outfits that the writers imagine themselves would have been in that era.
It's beginning to make sense.
It's beginning to feel a lot like bullshit.
Oh my God. This show.
Daredevil next week, I think.
Oh. I was just glad this wasn't the Tinder episode.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
thought
looking
this was
forward
going to
to
be. I
that.
thought this was the Tinder episode, and it wasn't. It was the wasting my fucking life episode.
It was. Oh my god, nothing happened.
God, I think I'm going to have a heart attack during one of these.
These scripts have to be like a page or two. I don't understand.
And first drafts.
Right.
There's no second draft here.
No, they did try. It's like, here you
go.
Or they're winging it. It's just walked in.
Just say words.
Go.
You're a lawyer. You're a 1980s woman. Go. Notice how Mr. Gay was very different this week than he was last week.
Yeah.
Like a completely new character.
I know. It's
because there was probably a new writer that wrote him completely different than the previous one.
I think they're not keeping up with what their characters are supposed to be. Oh my god.
You know how this works, people. Jane and I, we need to vent before we go into the episode. We got to get it out of the system.
The backlash is what threw me, though.
The backlash?
Yeah, the backlash. The social media backlash from all the bad men.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I mean, why does it have to be a She-Hulk? Why can't it just be a Hulk?
Oh, yeah. They gave it to a woman.
You gave it to a woman?
They mentioned Me Too. I was like, what are you doing?
This is their attempt to be like, we're going to get ahead of the people that are going to make videos going, oh, this is some feminist crap. And no, you just highlighted what your fucking show was.
Exactly.
That's all you did. You shone a big old spotlight on what the actual show was, because everything that they were saying is what the show is.
It is. It's trash.
So we're going to have a segment where we actually, it's kind of put in the mouth of like people we hate that this show's trash, but it's actually true.
Let's remind people.
Yeah.
In case you forgot.
Oh yeah. Why did they get? Okay, let's get into the show. 25 minutes this week. Holy shit, I want to stab myself in the face.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sometimes the demon escapes. So we start off with Jen having a shout at Blonsky.
Yeah.
Saying, why didn't you tell me that you were escaping? You said that you weren't changing to the abomination. And he was like, I was honest with you. I choose not to turn into the abomination, but I was forced to turn into the abomination.
Yeah.
And I was kidnapped from my cell, but I chose to return to the cell.
Yeah.
And so that goes on. It's not funny. There's no yucks.
No.
It's just Jen shouting at him, and then she says, "Who broke you out?"
Yeah.
Because this is all, and then it clips to the 1980s woman, and she's like, "Wong," and I'm like, "Ooh, that's a bit racist." Jen was going to say wrong, but you said Wong, and he's ooh, it's a bit racist.
It's funny.
Ooh, it's a bit of racial. It's a bit of racial humor there. Of course, I honestly don't care.
No.
But I'm just trying to look at it from their own perspective. If somebody else from the other side did it.
This is their effort at humor. I don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the 1980s woman is sat in 1980s gear saying, oh my God, stab me in the face. saying that she had set a trap for
Oh, yeah.
Wong,
A thirst trap.
a thirst trap. What was the thirst trap, Jane?
I don't even remember. It was so
Okay.
stupid.
It was a photograph of her with some books.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know how Wong used to be the librarian at Hermitage?
Yeah. That was dumb.
And I thought to myself, correct me if you feel I am saying anything out of place here, Jane. But if that 1980s woman had sent me a picture of her with some books, I probably would have blocked her.
Well, Wong, I guess, is nerdy. Is that what she's known for? I don't know.
Well, I mean, she ain't thirst. She don't know.
Why couldn't they just do a scene with her investigating, just trying to find out who he is, going through his history, maybe some shots from,
She did go through his history, Jane. How dare you? She went through his social media history.
Social media. That's the only thing that matters.
And on his social media, it said he's either the Sorcerer Supreme,
Yeah,
or I don't know, a librarian from Hermitage or something.
something
So
weird like that.
yeah. So Wong, the Sorcerer Supreme of planet Earth, catch him on socials.
It's so stupid. Another effort at humor. They're trying.
Humor, there's a thing about humor, right?
Yeah,
It has to be fucking funny.
it does. It wasn't
You know.
here.
References aren't funny.
Especially when they're stupid
Yes.
and derogatory.
Hey, look, Wong's on the internet. Laugh.
Yeah.
No. No, I shan't. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
They just don't know what they want to do.
Then we get the writer bursting through Jen Walters here.
Oh my God.
Because they try to do a funny and then realize that they're actually exposing what the show is.
Right.
Because we cut back to Jen, because she's talking to Thirst Trap on the phone. So we cut back to Jen in the car, and we know how Jen loves to talk to the camera when she's in a car. In this episode, she actually turns to the camera, takes her hands off the wheel, and just has a full-on conversation.
Wow.
That's the funny. The funny is
another joke.
Car's still driving.
Yeah.
And Jen says to the camera, "Oh, I know we're like 3 episodes in or whatever, but this isn't just going to be a guest star episode. Even though we had the Hulk, even though we had Emil Blonsky,
Yeah.
even though we just had Wong." And then she sort of does a weird face, and then she turns straight or whatever and then she does the thing.
Yeah.
Let's not forget whose show this really is.
Yeah.
In a stuffy, bitchy way.
Yeah.
You're the one making the fucking show, dipshits.
Ugh.
It's as if we're getting told off.
Yeah.
For them doing the guest star of the episode. And by the way, the guest star of the episode continued as we got what's she called? Thirsty Bee?
Meg the Stallion?
Meg the Stallion. Who's that? Don't ask me. I'm a white guy from England. But there's a thirsty stallion. Yeah. No? Thirsty Stallion.
Yeah, the rapper.
There's a rapper called Thirsty Stallion in it.
She's big in Texas, I think.
Is she?
Yeah.
So Jen gets mad. Then we get Boo, She-Hulk. Then we get lots of different news stations.
Yeah, the montage.
Saying that She-Hulk is going to be representing Emil Blonsky. And we see images of Blonsky from The Incredible Hulk back in 2008, 2009. I like Tim Roth. I really do like Tim Roth, but he's cashing a check here.
He is, but he's still the better part of the show.
Then we go. Oh, he's like way better than her.
Yeah.
But I think it comes across because it doesn't come across like he gives nah shits.
No, he doesn't care.
So we have this social media backlash.
Yeah.
Why are you turning every superhero into a girl? No one asked for that.
Yeah.
Why everything gotta be female now? You are literally saying what is happening in Marvel.
Right.
This isn't like, oh, look at these horrible people. You are literally showing off phase 4.
But somehow they perceive this as an attack on us.
Yes.
It's
wow.
not.
Someone find a reason to cancel #She-Hulk.
They question her qualifications because she's a woman.
Yeah, but Jane, can I just bring something up? You know all these insult posts that they're putting up?
Yeah.
People are actually responding to them positively. Like, this one gets 38,000 likes, 4,800 retweets, and 9,000 comments.
Yeah, they go through the Twitter feed. Everybody agrees.
That means people are agreeing. People are agreeing with what's going on. Then they're like having memes of like She-Hulk memes. Yeah, why are you turning every superhero into a girl? No one asked for that. 2.3k likes, 6.3k retweets, 1.12k comments.
I mean, it goes to show they know what they're doing. It's intentional. And they know we don't like it.
Yes.
They know no one likes it.
Hulk.
Yeah.
But they're doing it support OG Hulk, #She-Hulk, #Save the Tradition, #No Chicks Allowed, #OG Hulk.
Yeah.
6,658 likes, 208 comments, and 758 shares. That's really positive.
It is.
All of your insults, people are actually agreeing with and spreading around the social medias.
They acknowledge it.
They're really fucking dumb.
It's...
This is where you put that they get ratioed. For you,
no.
I mean, it's for you it'd be a lie, but at least for your show it'd be like, no, people are not agreeing with it. But you're just showing everyone agreeing with this bullshit of phase 4.
Yeah. I mean, this also goes to why they're doing it despite losing money, despite losing fans. They understand that we hate what they're doing, but they see it as a platform. So they see this as an act of defiance against everyone, including the entire fan base. And somehow they feel this works. It's like, I guess.
They showed it works by actually agreeing with the people who disagree with them.
Yeah.
So after that, we get some news reporter conversation.
Yeah.
It's all kind of negative, really.
Of course.
Christian's got to power through. Christian.
A woman. Everybody hates her because she's a woman.
So she turns up to the office as She-Hulk in a suit.
She looks so weird. It's not working. The CGI is terrifying. It's just like I couldn't even look at it for long.
7'4" lesbian going to charge at you any second now. Sponsored by U-Haul. Yeah, the CGI in this show is absolute garbage.
Oh, it's so bad.
She looks terrible. Doesn't look like she's there. Doesn't look like anything's there. This looks so much like a set and projection.
It does. Her movements are all so weird. I just don't know.
Yeah, the motion capture's off.
It's just bad.
Yeah. I can't. Do you know something? I can't even. I've just watched the show and I can't even remember what they spoke about.
I think this is the scene where she finds out that she's going to be representing her former co-counsel.
Right. I think you are correct. Yes. You know,
Dennis.
I see a chick over there. I'm going to speak to it.
Yeah, that guy.
He's gone to this firm to be represented because what they called thirsty.
What is her name? Meg the Stallion.
Meg the Stallion. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was Thirsty Stallion. Sorry, Meg the Stallion.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. where he has apparently been dating Grammy winning.
I don't know.
No? Okay. I was just trying to big them up then for a second, you know, give them a bit of an entrance. Where he had been dating Megan Thee Stallion?
The Stallion.
Megan the Stallion.
Yeah.
Who's a woman.
Yeah.
So why is it the Stallion? A stallion is a male horse.
It is. I don't know.
It'd be Megan the Mare.
I think it doesn't have the same ring to it, maybe. I don't know.
We just call them Thirsty Stallion.
Yeah.
Or is that I don't know the racial games anymore. Is that racist because they're black? What are the rules?
I'm still figuring that out.
Yeah, it's just any joke now considered racist if it's from a white person to a black. But I don't even know.
If you're straight, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Megan the Stallion, who's a woman, or a male horse, one of the two.
One of the two.
He's apparently been dating her. I think this is meant to be a moment where people go, "Wow, Megan the Stallion."
I think they don't understand that people outside of a very narrow niche of hip hop culture know who she is.
I am in my 40s and white.
Yeah.
I don't deserve life.
I think her demographic is a little younger.
Yeah. So yeah, they go into the office of the guy from last week that showed them the map to the poop toilet, but this week he's actually a male.
Wait, what?
The guy who came in
with the guy?
Yeah, that's the same guy.
No!
Yes, that's why I said it's a completely different guy this week.
Oh no, you're kidding.
Okay, I'm gonna look right now. To confirm. But I'm positive it is, but I could be wrong. Just hang fire, folks. Jane and I are going through a fucking rabbit hole here.
I think
we're going through a rabbit hole. Here's the office. Yeah, it's him! It's him!
Oh my god.
This is the same guy that gave her the gift basket and showed her the map to the poop toilet.
This is a completely different person.
It's a completely different person! That's what I said earlier. This is what I said. I said the guy's completely different this week from last week. It's probably because the writers don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I didn't know it was that dramatic. Oh my god.
That's him. That's him.
Wow.
I'm going to take a victory sip.
You should. You earned it.
Yeah. Hey, Jane, don't worry. I fully understand losing complete and utter control over the show.
I mean, because so many of the characters are different, but he is dramatically different.
Like I said, he's a male this week. Last week he was a gay, feminine
assistant.
assistant.
He didn't even come across as an attorney.
Now he's a male lawyer. A competent male lawyer as well, can I say?
What happened?
So yeah, they're gonna She-Hulk comes in and the guy from her old company is just like, oh no, I'm not having Jen. She's I've got a history with her. No. And then they say something and it turns his mind. Oh yeah, okay. Weird. Something weird.
Attorney.
As Jen is walking into the office,
yeah,
he says something like, God, this isn't a proper law firm. You don't even have a Red Bull. And then later, like in the next scene, he goes into another office with the male lawyer, and he's been given a Red Bull, and he's like putting the Red Bull to the camera, and it's just like, this is the tackiest product placement I've ever seen. Yeah. And you gave the Red Bull to the fucking dickhead. Yeah. Not the good lawyer who's doing the shit. It's like, oh, I need a Red, kind of like need a little bit of pick me up for this retard.
Yeah. So obvious though.
Red Bull. Drunken by retards, I guess. and male chauvinists. And misogynists.
Yeah. I don't know who convinced them to do this, but okay.
I mean, product placement, fine. It happens.
But with this show?
They got to pay the bills. Well, I mean, for this show, I ain't got a problem with it. But if you're going to give it a product placement, don't give it to your fucking misogynistic asshole. Hey, I'm a misogynistic asshole. Somebody get me a fucking Red Bull.
But that's the connection they're making.
Yes.
It's intentional.
Yes. So they're saying if you drink Red Bull, you're a fucking asshole. Yeah.
So why would Red Bull agree to this?
Red Bull, sponsor me. I won't make you look like an asshole. Well, I can't promise you. At least my misogynistic behavior will be jokes.
Yeah. Actually funny.
Yeah. Not actual misogyny. Just playing up to a demographic of ankle biters on Twitter who want some clout because their channels are fucking dead. Sorry, did I say the quiet part out loud?
A little bit.
Okay. So this guy has been dating, shit my face, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
But it's not Megan Thee Stallion.
No.
It's a... By the way, Volkswagen. Don't sponsor this show. Don't sponsor Marvel. They shat all over your Passat.
Yeah.
So the thing is with this guy is that he thinks he's been dating Megan Thee Stallion, but it's a sprite from Asgard.
Yeah.
Who can shapeshift.
He's been catfished.
He's been Oh, good. Nice. Nice. That's spot on. Absolutely 100. Yeah. He's been catfished.
Yeah.
And he bought them a $170,000 Passat, or he spent $170,000 of them, which includes getting them a Passat.
Mm-hmm.
And then She-Hulk goes, you thought Megan Thee Stallion drives a Passat?
Insulting.
Volkswagen.
Product.
Withdraw your advertising from Marvel immediately, if there is any. They are laughing at your produce. Yeah, produce.
They're basically calling them the products of incels, which is why would you want to be associated with that?
This guy is comical. I mean, not in a funny way. Yeah. Just comical in the way that everything he has to say regarding women has to be derogatory.
Yes.
And he comes across as a caricature, not a character.
Exactly.
And this is a comedy show which isn't funny.
Mm-hmm.
So it just falls flat.
It just comes across as cringe.
cringe is a
And none of
really
it makes sense. Like, that's in that same scene, he insults one of the other lawyers who comes in by saying something like, "She could be my next fiancé," or something. That's why he doesn't want her. It's what?
Another female lawyer,
Yeah.
and when they give her credentials, she sounds, fine.
Mhm.
And then he's like, "Oh no, I don't want her, but she might be my next fiance." And she's just like, "Oh, I'll see you later," and walks out. And I'm just like, we get it. You don't want us to like this guy,
Mm.
but you could do it so much better, because this isn't coming across as funny. This
It's
isn't coming.
not.
This is coming across as desperate and, as you said, cringe.
Yes. Yes.
Then Wong turns up and goes, "Hi,
Oh,
you're looking for me?"
what have they done to him? I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Wong.
I legitimately believe this is meant to be Wong.
Oh my god.
But of course, not that Wong has extensive scenes in the MCU, but everyone's got to come across as dumb.
Yes, especially if they're male. And people like Wong. I mean, he was one of the characters people were looking forward to. They wanted to see his cameo, but they didn't allow him to do anything or even be himself. He's not recognizable in this role. I thought he was a shapeshifter.
No, I honest to goodness do not believe that is true.
No, it's not.
I believe that is the B story in this episode.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult to know what the alpha story is, the A story is, because nothing's fucking happening, really.
But they basically just ruined yet another male character, or
Just made him look
insulted another one.
daft.
Yeah.
And Wong said, "Yes, I think they cut out the Book of American Law bit. I think this is where this was, and I think they cut it out
Wow.
because he talks about the Book of Ashanti,
Mm-hmm.
which is a secret that only the Sorcerer Supreme is meant to know about. Remember?
Yeah.
Because Strange only finds out about it in Mom, and then he gets destroyed
Immediately. But
when he finds it. Yeah.
This Wong, though, he's very bland, very dense. He seems distracted, but they won't tell us with what or why.
Because this is set before Mom. Because it's all over the place now,
Yeah,
the timeline.
Yeah.
Because nobody's communicating with anybody. And so when they're just moving these shows, here, there, and everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
the timeline's just, you got to go to a website now, I believe, a Marvel website, to look at the timeline of the shows.
I don't think they care any about timelines.
Phase 4 is one big I don't give a shit. So he says, "Yes, I broke out the Abomination because I needed to fight him as part of my initiation to become Sorcerer Supreme."
Yeah, so you had to manufacture an enemy?
So he had to go to an underground fight club in China to do that. And he said that I needed to take him to Comatage to do it.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He took him to a fight club in China. Because it was in Shang-Chi.
Oh my god.
So what's going on? Anyone know what's going on?
They don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on.
So anyway, there's that, I guess.
Something happened, yeah.
Something happened. So the lawyer from last week is now in the office with Red Bull Man, Red Bull Dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
Megan Three Stallion imposter fight at, I don't know. It's got silly things.
Yeah.
The shapeshift. They show video of the shapeshifter pretending to be Megan E. Stallion. I don't know.
At this point in the show, my notes start to get reduced to like one word. Percy.
Shit. This is shit.
I just don't care anymore.
Well, it's I don't understand what's happening here because the guy has the meeting with the guy and he does the whole Red Bull thing and the Red Bull's there on display and everything. And then he's like, okay, let's go. I'm going to take your case. All right, let's go for it.
Well, he was supposed to be prepared, like learning more about what happened, what their experiences were, why he believed it was her. You know, he's a lawyer. Like he's supposed to be asking questions and learning about the case that he's taking on. Because we don't know the time skip that happens, but suddenly they're in court. The same episode.
Whoa. Jane, we got a whole bunch of fuckery before then.
It's just
because he's talking about the shapeshifter and they're getting the details together. And then he's like, okay, let's go for it. I'll see you in court, whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, okay. And then he leaves. Yeah. And then literally moments after he leaves, he comes back in acting completely different.
Right.
So you're like, oh, this must be the shapeshifter.
Yes.
But then you say to yourself, how did the shapeshifter get him?
Why?
How did the shapeshifter know about this meeting at this point, at this time?
You're thinking about it, though, and you're not supposed to do that. Consume.
Sorry, yeah, don't think, just consume.
Just consume.
So it made no sense at all that the shapeshifter would know about the meeting at this point in time, at this very moment, and what they discussed in the meeting, because it was just those two.
Right.
And then they get the shapeshifter to drink the Red Bull.
Yeah.
Because even more dickheads have got to drink the Red Bull, I guess.
I guess.
And then he phones up. The other guy phones up from downstairs about something. And then the other guy turns around and is like, I'm the shapeshifter.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
No one calls the police. There's no arrest.
Then they shift into the guy from the office with the poop map. And he goes then they go outside and he turns to the pen of women.
Yeah.
And he says, I hate working with women. And then walks off. And then the real guy comes out and he actually apologizes. Like, I don't hate working with women.
Yeah. So stupid. This is so
Jessica Gow, can I just address you for a second, please? Please. Whatever fucking neurosis, whatever man broke your heart, just fuck off, all right? You know, no one gives a fuck. You know, get some fucking therapy and get it out of your system that way.
Yes.
This is shit on a stick. Absolute shit on a stick of misandrous crud.
It is. It is not funny. It's not entertaining. It's weird.
No.
It is getting worse.
It's
episode
weird.
by episode.
It's weird.
It really does seem like they need help.
Yeah. Like I said, get a therapist.
Seriously.
We're not your therapist. Fuck off.
Right.
So they go to the parole hearing for Emil, where Wong is going to turn up and admit that he kidnapped somebody.
Yeah, he's admitting a crime.
Without Jen even telling him, you do realize this is kidnap.
Right.
So there's a white guy in his 60s who's currently running the parole hearing.
Yeah.
And he just comes across as brash, abrasive, and not wanting to listen to anything. So you'll never believe this, but then a black woman takes over and she's more empathetic.
She is. Now, the thing about it, I saw him as making a lot more sense than her being a complete pushover and idiot. Because nobody.
He's saying what Jen said they're going to do.
Right.
You broke out of prison, so why are we even having a parole hearing? This is going to be really quick because you broke the rules.
Exactly.
But then the empathetic woman has to step in and go, no, but let's listen.
Let's listen.
And then even she kind of gets a bit after they kind of speak, like, you know, all right, let's move this on.
It's, oh, God. That was the dumbest.
I want to pour this water all over my head. I just want it to rain over me.
Yeah.
I'm bathing in red rain coming down. Red rain coming down all over me. I'm begging you. I fucking hate this show.
Oh,
So Jen goes into her little spiel about.
I mean, I will say this. He has
Mhm.
been going through her little witness list. He's been productive since he's been in prison, but how when he's been in this highly secure, contained area?
Well, yes, they have various people that testify on his behalf, and there are a string of like guards and other people
Yeah.
who he's helped through
Living
various. So I don't know. Maybe they come visit him as well. Maybe the guard is one of the guards that's on guard duty for him. And by
But
the way, his harem are fucking ugly as shit.
they are like random what do you call them? These are the women who are writing him in prison or something.
It's like midsummer, what they call maypole dancers. They're like maypole
Yeah,
dancers.
that's how they're dressed.
But the stalling because Wong hasn't turned up.
Mm-hmm.
So they're stalling and then they're stalling, and Emil gives a speech himself, and then Wong turns up.
And he's late.
I didn't care. He's late, but he's late and he doesn't explain why. He just says, I'm late.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
That was it.
So Wong says that yes, I kidnapped him and took him away to a fight because I needed to become the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
And then he returned of his own volition.
Mm.
I did offer to keep him at Kumatage or wherever.
Yeah.
I did offer to keep him there, but he said, no, I need to go back to my cell to serve my time. I'm really struggling to think of a reason why Emil should not be paroled.
Based on this evidence.
Because he even turns into the abomination.
And maintains control.
To show that I have control of the situation with the abomination.
Yeah.
So we go, because this is just a fucking wank show.
Yeah.
We go to court to have the yuck part where they're finding out whether or not it's going to go to trial about the guy dating the shapeshifter who was Megan Three Stallion. I had to think.
Yeah.
And then the shapeshifter, is being silly. And then the woman prosecuted with the shapeshifter looks like something out of a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, they're not sure.
But wait,
and so
they do remember they throw in the line, Asgard isn't a place, it's a people, and dismiss it.
No, don't dismiss it. They do. He says it does go to trial.
No, I mean, in terms of that particular comment.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, yeah. She's like, yeah, Asgard isn't a it's a people.
He's like, we don't have that in court or something
because
like that.
She's trying to get diplomatic because she's a diplomat of New Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to get diplomatic immunity. And they say, you only get diplomatic immunity in Asgard.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
That's not how it works. If you're a diplomat representing New Asgard, then you do get diplomatic immunity when you're being a diplomat in that country.
Right. Yeah. Again, they haven't hired a lawyer, apparently.
I just want to just let it
Yeah.
I fucking hate this show.
Is this the courtroom scene? Oh, maybe it
This is the
isn't.
courtroom scene.
Yeah, where they try to have their little
And then
testimony.
then the judge goes, and then she shifts into the judge and says, "I've changed my mind. I'm going to throw it out." And they're like, "We know you're
Oh.
the shapeshifter." So now he's got to figure out a way to win that case. Are you excited? I'm not.
No. Need something a little stronger.
I do, but I can't. It's 9:30 in the morning. If I start off with something stronger now, Jane, it's going to go all wrong. So Wong gives his speech, and then they say, "You kidnapped him," and Wong just says, "Bye,
Bye. Yeah.
and then creates a portal and walks out. After they give,
As if they still can't charge him.
huh?
They could still charge him with the crime.
Yes, but he just escapes. He just escapes.
Yeah. Now he's a wanted
So
criminal.
now yes, a wanted man. Wanted for kidnapping prisoners from a federal prison. That's got to be a big old felony.
Oh,
Grand
yeah.
felony. Or so Jen leaves the prison.
Oh.
And then we have some people go, "Are you pregnant with the abomination's baby or something?"
Yeah.
And then one of them says, "Is it true that you got your powers by a botched mob hit?"
Right.
And that's her original origin from the Savage She-Hulk, 1979.
They're making fun of it.
It's a yuck now. So
They
she's
knew.
you never get
They knew. They know.
Mhm.
This just goes back to what I was saying before. They know exactly what they're doing. This deconstruction of these characters,
Oh yeah.
it's wholly intentional. And they know they're insulting the fan base when they do this. But they do it anyway.
Yep. They insulted the fan base with the social stuff, but they fucked that up.
Well, that too. And what they've done wrong, and the comment, the quote from Odin, and the whole thing, it's just one big slap in the face for the original fan base.
They don't care about.
And they can't attract new fans with this crap.
But what would they attract? Who would they attract?
I'm trying to figure that out. Who is the audience for this?
Winos? Wino women?
I guess so.
Middle-aged wino women with no man?
Yeah.
Never had an orgasm?
Angry?
Bitter? Resentful?
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched I was going to do a yucks video myself. Where I was going to do me doing a fake reaction to people doing reactions to the She-Hulk trailer. Unfortunately, there were only 2 people that did a reaction to the She-Hulk trailer.
Wow.
So it would have been a very short video. But one of them was this mother and her like, I'm going to say 12-year-old son, 11-year-old son maybe, and a daughter who looked like 12, 13 maybe.
Oh.
And they were like, "We just came in. Let's watch the She-Hulk trailer." And they watched the She-Hulk trailer, and just all of the kids' faces were like this.
Yeah.
And the mum was kind of like, who's trying to do was like,
no.
And then when it had the Daredevil thing at the end and it finished, she went, "Well, I was interested for the last 2 seconds of that."
Wow.
And I was just like, kids aren't. Don't give a fuck about that.
They don't. And first of all, they shouldn't even be watching, but that was my concern, is what they would be basically communicating to children through these messages and using the Hulk to do it.
These kids look normal. This family looked normal.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
Good on them.
There no interest. You could see it in the face and the right. No, they didn't. It was like me watching an episode of She-Hulk. They were like that.
Mm-hmm.
Through the whole thing. By the way, 3 episodes of this series and I haven't laughed once.
No.
Not even joking.
It's literally not funny. I don't know who they're screening this show with or if they are.
I can't even find the ratings for last week. I'm not kidding. I can't even find the ratings for last week. That got fucking hidden.
Wow.
So Jen goes to a bar. Of course she goes to a bar. She's a fucking wino that needs a man.
Yes.
And her colleagues talking about people are saying that the Abomination has got her pregnant. She's got pregnant. And then the man that showed the map to the toilet turns up and they give him a martini because he's only half a man, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, your colleague, can you testify that he's a fucking stupid arsehole?
Yeah.
Because that's the way that will win the case. And they were just like, yep. So Jen literally goes to court to shit all over her former colleague.
Her own client at this point.
Yeah. So I think there's a massive conflict of interest here, and I don't think this would be allowed.
Yes,
but
exactly.
But okay, you know, they didn't fucking bother looking up anything. So she just says, yeah, he's a complete narcissistical asshole and would easily believe that any woman in the world would be into him. And they're like, oh, he's that stupid. Okay, he wins the case then, because we now believe that he would believe that a woman that names herself after a male horse would want to date him.
Right.
And then, are you ready for the punchline? Megan the Stallion is in the audience.
Yeah, she's there
with, I don't know, something that is jizzing on her face.
I think it's a fan.
Was it a fan?
I think.
Why does she keep doing this?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was a fan. Whatever it is, it's not allowed in the courtroom.
I don't know what it was.
Some device.
So yeah, so Jen's just so they win the case and he gets his money, and then we get the bit where Emil gets released.
Yeah.
On the condition he wears an inhibitor and never turns into the Abomination.
Yeah.
And
but it's something. Did you also catch that was something that she didn't think of?
And
they
she got the idea from her male colleagues.
Yeah.
I'm not about to let a man take credit for a woman's work, but you did.
You did.
But you did. Well, I'm not about to let a woman take credit for a man's work, but I did. My bad. Other way around. So then she gets on the news. Yeah. And he calls her, like, they have this discussion about where's the name She-Hulk come from. And I'm just like, who cares? And then they say, hey, after the break, we're going to go into her exercise routine.
Yeah.
And then she says, what? Because that's funny.
Right. Because she's not being taken seriously as a woman.
No, I mean, I can't take the show seriously, and it's meant to be a fucking comedy.
Yeah.
So she drives back home, and then a bunch of, now these are meant to be some villains from her comic, I believe.
Oh my god, that didn't even make my notes, but yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
They have a name.
And she's like, hey, did you just rob a bunch of Asgardian construction workers? And the guy goes, yeah. That's the joke.
It's somehow. So
they try to attack her, and she turns into She-Hulk and easily dispatches them. They try to put a needle into her to get a sample of her blood. Mm-hmm. Remember that blood thing that was destroyed by Bruce in the first episode?
Mm-hmm.
But she's too tough, and they don't get that. And then they escape.
Why is she
with their tail between the legs?
See, that's the thing too. Like, wouldn't they have been a little bit more discreet? All you're trying to do is get her blood. Just bump into her.
Yeah, you could have just like walked past her and when she was Jen.
Yeah.
Because she was Jen, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm not a damsel in distress. I can turn into the Hulk."
Yeah.
Which didn't make a lot of sense because she's been transforming back and forth so easily now.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you forget that you could change into a Hulk?
Literally does it at will.
Yeah, got full control
From day
over it.
one, as a matter of
Day
fact.
one, moment one, the moment she tried to murder people, she had control. And then she picks up her papers after they escape, and then she looks in the window of a car, and she's the Hulk.
Yeah.
Who's that girl? Then we have a post-credit scene.
Oh my God.
Do you want to explain the post-credit scene to us?
They're twerking.
That's fine. That's it.
That's it.
That's all you needed to say.
For some reason.
Her and Megan the Stallion. Megan the Stallion and She-Hulk twerk in the office.
To her song.
And her boss looked to Megan. Is that a song from Megan?
Yeah.
Right. To Megan's song. And her boss looks and he goes, huh? And then he walks away.
Yeah.
Jane, what would you give this abortion out of 10?
Oh my God. I'm going to give it. I'm trying to see.
By the way, you gave episode 1 and you gave episode 2 none.
Right. I'm looking for something to give it a 1. Because of how they negatively portrayed Wong and arguably Thor, and the original comic, I'm gonna give it a 0.
Oh fuck.
I can't keep doing this with them. I will not give them credit for anything if they continue to do this.
I gave episode 1 a 1. I gave episode 2 a 3. I give this episode I can't give it more than a 1. I can't. There's no comedy in this show.
No.
I think it's actually a lie that this is a comedy. I think they just said this is a comedy because it's an abomination.
It's either that or it's comedy to them in their heads.
They're not laughing at this. Well, they're not. I mean, if they're laughing at this, then their fucking IQ must be like 30.
I think that's true. These
There's
people
nothing
clearly
funny
are
in
not
this
very
show.
bright. They're not very bright at all.
Well, this is my problem. We're 3 episodes in. I don't give a shit about Jen. She's done nothing to make me like her. Her colleague is a meme. The surrounding characters have no personality. Tim Roth is the only thing that has been of mild amusement.
Right.
And I say amusement in the fact that I could actually watch him. But even he just appears to be like, fuck this, you know.
Yeah.
I'm way too good for this shit. And by the way, Tim, yes, you are.
You are.
I don't like anybody at all. There's no story of any worth whatsoever. And there's no comedy.
No.
So as a show, I think it fails on every single solitary level.
The only thing it achieves is their agenda in bashing men in as many episodes as possible. That's the entire objective of the show because they perceive that as strength for women and empowerment.
It's not. Do you know something, Jessica? It's a massive weakness. It shows that you have no idea how to deal with men. It shows that you have no idea how to get over little slights. It shows you have no fucking backbone whatsoever. And it also displays quite clearly in your show, you have no talent.
Right.
Anything, Jane, that you'd like to share before we go?
Oh, yes. I did just drop a video discussing the rings of power destruction, potentially, of yet another character. So I'm not looking forward to that.
Yay.
I'm not looking forward to
Gary's seen the first 2 episodes now because of the screening.
I've heard.
And I know what happens anyway.
Oh no.
And yes, it's as bad as it comes across.
Some of the reviews are absolutely tearing it
brutal.
apart.
Yeah. Brutal. You can subscribe to Jane's Theory channel, link in the description box down below, and we'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.
Bye.